Howdy guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Boris and you are watching another episode of What's Up Hotshot. So it's been a while without any updates, so I figured I'd do a video and kind of talk about how the last 2 months have been. So got some maintenance issues and some other things going on, so I'll talk about that in this video, so stay tuned if you're interested in that. Okay, so in January I was going from the west coast kind of towards the Midwest, almost over to the East Coast actually, and I did pretty well. I had a lot of partials that I picked up and pieced together, and I actually did really well. Was able to pay off some debt and put some money into my account. Actually make a good profit that month. Then February came around and the loads just really went down. I've been having a hard time finding loads for most of the month of February. Took some time off, worked on some other projects, and yeah, I just kept looking for loads. Did find a few that end up getting one really good paying load, but it went down to California, and then I was stuck in California and trying to piece some cheap partials together to try and make it back out of there and still make something. Plus the fuel costs down there are just ridiculous. I try not to go down there if I don't have to, but it seems like I've went down there like 3 times this last month just because the only loads I could find were going down to California. And thankfully I have been able to find some partials coming out of there, but just haven't made as much on it, and the rates have been really low. I see lots of 30-40 cent per mile partials that you know, I would, even if I got 4 of them, but you know, they would have been too big, so that wouldn't work. But even if I did, it's hardly making enough. So then on my last load I had some issues. Well, actually I've been having some issues with my exhaust brake. A while ago it stopped working. I figured, just because of my experience and what I've heard, that it might be my back pressure sensor unit. That's this one right here. So it's mounted, there's a little tube that comes off the exhaust, and then it's mounted right on the front, right behind the radiator and the engine, and just screws in there, and there's a wire that connects to it. And that provides feedback to your turbo, and it went out. I cleaned it up, took it out, put it back in to see if it would work, and it didn't. So I ordered a new one, put it in. It worked great for about 3,000 miles, then it went out again. So what I did is I called the dealer to see what one of these would cost, and the Dutch dealer quoted me $400 for this, and that's, you know, not even installed. It's just a part. It's super easy to install, so that's no big deal. But that's a ridiculous price, $400 for this. You can literally buy these for $20 on Amazon. So that's what I did. Unfortunately, that $20 fix only lasted like 3,000 miles. So I ordered a different one, put that one in, a little bit more expensive one. And then on my last trip that I did, I was going up to Montana and I was having issues with it. It would cut in and out instead of it not working anymore completely. It would just, the exhaust brake would cut in and out when I left it on, so all of a sudden it would kick in and you would get that extra braking power, and then it would kick out again. So I was doing that for a little while, so I just started driving with the exhaust brake off because I didn't want it randomly kicking in and out. And it's hard to do that because the exhaust brake really helps really helps a lot, especially when you're pulling a heavy load and like you're going downhill. I can downshift, but just the downshifting alone is not going to hold the truck with a heavy trailer behind it. And with that exhaust brake on plus downshifting, I normally don't even have to touch the brakes, even if I'm at 26,000 pounds or something close to that. I normally barely have to touch the brakes, even on the steep grades that we have out here, as long as I downshift and have the exhaust brake on. So it works really well when it works, and it's really hard to stop when you don't have it, when you're towing heavy. Plus when you are going down grades, you're always on the brake, so it really sucks. So when I am in Montana, as soon as that happened, I ordered another one. And this time I figured I would get the actual Cummins part, so it's in the box right here, and I'm about to go install it. I ended up buying the connector for it too, just in case, because the mine was a little bit dirty and maybe that could have something to do with it cutting in and out. I don't know. I just want to be on the safe side, so I'm going to replace that too, and I'm going to replace this here, and hopefully that will fix my issue. The other thing that happened when I was in Montana, and that's why I didn't take a load again and just went straight home to try and get this fixed, is the engine would sound perfectly normal when you're standing up front, but then when you're listening in the back at the exhaust, it would sound really weird. It was making very strange noises. So I have no idea what's going on there, but I think it's related to this. And I did get two check engine light codes that came on. I've cleared those. They haven't come back yet, but they were both related to the one was related to the turbo and one to the particularly to this sensor, so I'm pretty sure that's what's causing these issues. So if any one of you guys has something like this going on, don't buy the cheap aftermarket ones that are $20, $40, $60, whatever. I was eventually able to find this Cummins part, which is, I think, is the same as that the dealer will sell you for $400, so I was able to find this online for $100. So still quite a bit of savings from the dealer, and hopefully that will fix the issue for good, as well as replacing this the wiring connector here that I'm gonna do. So I've been at home for a few days after I got back from Montana, just waiting on the parts together so I can do this. They finally got here, so I'm gonna install this today, and then it's almost the weekend now, so I'll probably have the weekend off too. Hopefully I'll find some good loads again on Monday, and if I have the time for it, I'm gonna work on the trailer today too, and just grease it again, just do the basic, 30,000 mile service. I did a video of that. If you look back on the channel and you want to know what I do every 30,000 miles for maintenance on a trailer, you can watch that. But I'll try and do that again this weekend too. Hopefully the weather stays somewhat decent. It's supposed to start raining here this evening and then turn into snow tonight and tomorrow, so we'll see. I better get to this, but I had a few other points I wanted to mention. I have been buying a lot of older diesel Mercedes cars too that I've been working on fixing up. So I did some work on that this last couple days that I had off here at home. So I'll probably have a video coming up on that soon. And then I've been looking at buying a commercially zoned property, so I could actually get my car dealer license, so I could sell these cars and also be able to buy cars at dealer-only auctions and all that. Normally, if you as a private individual, you can't really sell more than 3 or 4 vehicles per year unless you have a dealer license. And in order to get a dealer license, at least here in Washington State, you're required to have a commercial property, and it needs to meet certain conditions and everything. So I've been writing some people here in town. There's actually not anything listed for sale, but I've been sending out some letters, and a couple people never heard back from. Others they called me back, and they weren't interested in selling it. Now I finally found one piece of property. It's about a half-acre lot. It's basically an empty lot. Doesn't have any utilities going to it. but it does have kind of an old garage barn, kind of like an old barn building sitting on it, but without electricity or anything, and there's a bunch of junk in it and around it that needs to be cleaned up. So I'm gonna be able to buy that for pretty cheap. The person called me back and actually just looked at it yesterday, and we made him an offer and they agreed on it. So just waiting to get the paperwork to sign and everything. We're gonna try and do this without going through a real estate company and, you know, getting agents involved and everything, just to keep the cost down. I'm buying it for pretty cheap. So yeah, they'll be really excited because that will allow me to apply for a dealer license and basically start a second business. So that's the plan. I don't want to have all my eggs in one basket, and yeah, that having this hotshot trucking business will also really help me because I can haul my own cars. I can go to the auction, buy my own cars, haul them on my own trailer, save money that way, get them home. Or sometimes, you know, maybe I buy one car somewhere and I can still put some kind of partial load on the trailer and actually still make some money while I'm picking up cars too. And yeah, that would really allow me to do that. And I have the shop right here where I live that I can work on it. You're not really required to work on the cars at the place where you sell it, so I got that part taken care of already. And just with a few improvements, I think I can you know, fence that lot off and put some signs up there and make sure it's in compliance with everything they require, and then I can apply for my dealer license. So that will be really cool. Definitely plan on fixing up a lot of these older diesel cars. They're just fun to drive, they're really easy to work on, and they're very reliable. So don't really know what the market is for those, but I know I enjoy working on those, so I'll start off with that. And if, you know, there isn't as much as a market for it, I can always buy and fix other cars. So we'll see how it goes. I'll probably be a few months. It might not be until the fall that I actually get my license and get the property fixed up and everything. So it'll be a while, but some exciting news I want to pass on to you guys, and hopefully I'll try and do some more videos. I don't know, it's been really busy. When things were going well, I was just constantly driving and busy with the business, and now that things have slowed down, I'm just working on a lot of other projects and lots of maintenance, and things keep breaking down, you have to fix them. So always staying busy, but hopefully I'll try and get some more videos out to you guys. If there's anything in particular hotshot related, just leave me a comment, let me know what you would like to see a video on, and I'll try and do one for you guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one.